In 509 BCE, Rome was not yet a republic. It was ruled by kings, and the last of them, Lucius Tarquinius Superbus, governed not through consensus, but through force. His rule marked a shift in how power was exercised in Rome, moving away from tradition and toward control maintained by fear and authority. Tarquinius had taken the throne through violence, and he ruled without regard for the Roman Senate or the customs that had previously balanced power. Decisions were made unilaterally, opposition was suppressed, and political participation was increasingly limited. Rome was expanding, but internally, its system of governance was becoming unstable. The turning point did not begin with a battle, but with an event that would ignite a political collapse. It centered on Lucretia, a noblewoman whose reputation for virtue was widely respected. During the king's absence, his son, Sextus Tarquinius, visited her. What followed was not an act of war or politics, but one of personal violation that would have consequences far beyond the individuals involved. Afterward, Lucretia revealed what had happened to her husband and father. She demanded that they take action, not just for her, but for the dignity of Rome itself. Unable to live with what had been done, she took her own life. Her death transformed a private crime into a public crisis. This was no longer about a single act. It became a symbol of everything that had gone wrong under the monarchy. Lucius Junius Brutus, a member of the Roman elite, stepped forward in that moment. Until then, he had lived under the rule of Tarquinius without openly challenging it. But Lucretia's death provided a catalyst that could no longer be ignored. Brutus called upon the people of Rome to reject the authority of the king. He framed the monarchy not as a system of leadership, but as one of abuse, where power had become detached from accountability. The response was immediate. Support grew quickly, not only among the citizens, but within the political structure itself. The Senate, which had been sidelined under Tarquinius, now had an opportunity to reassert its role. The monarchy, once seen as the foundation of Roman governance, began to unravel. Tarquinius was not in the city when this shift occurred. By the time he attempted to return and regain control, the political landscape had already changed. The gates of Rome were closed to him. His authority, once absolute, no longer existed. What followed was not simply the removal of a king, but the elimination of the monarchy as an institution. Rome did not replace one ruler with another. Instead, it created a new system designed specifically to prevent the concentration of power in a single individual. 2 consuls would now be elected each year, sharing authority and limiting each other's control. This transition marked the beginning of the Roman Republic. It was a system built in response to the failures of monarchy, shaped by the belief that unchecked power inevitably leads to corruption and collapse. The memory of Tarquinius and the events that led to his overthrow would remain central to Roman political identity for generations. Rome would go on to expand, to fight wars, and to transform into one of the most powerful states of the ancient world. And from that point forward, Rome would no longer be ruled by kings.